What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And today, booyah! Kathleen Kennedy has no idea what she's doing. I have said this time and time and time again, and suddenly what happens? Every single day I get proven right. Benioff and Weiss have quit Lucasfilm. Quit Lucasfilm. Now I want you to read what they said, but first we're going to get some people up in here. Share the video. Share this video on Twitter. Smash the melee button and let's roast the Force's female live. Let me see here. The Force is female. Boom. All right. Okay. I'll give you time to get in here. I'm going to clap. I'm just clapping. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy because I've continued to say that Kathleen Kennedy is the worst leader I have ever seen in my life. This woman is a complete and total disaster on every single possible level. And it continues to get proven right over and over again. So right now, Ryan still has his trilogy. I'm going to stop screen sharing for just a minute because there's a lot to talk about. I'm trying to pull up a couple more articles too. Let me see here. It's all over the place now. And Deadline is reporting it. Hollywood Reporter is reporting it. All right, screen share. We're gonna give everybody time to get in here. We've got almost 500 people watching. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy. I am the person that has been telling you for the past 2 years that Lucasfilm is a complete and total disaster on every level. Their employees, there's a certain group of their employees that hate my guts, and that's fine because they know I'm right, and it drives them crazy. They are so tired of me being right. They are so tired of me proving their social justice nonsense right over and over again. And every time something like this happens, what happens? I celebrate. You celebrate. We all celebrate. Again, I'm going to give you a little more time to get in here before we get into this article. But there's the way that Benioff and Weiss actually released their statement, to me, is a direct shot at Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy and SJW Star Wars. No notification. I see you guys aren't getting notifications. Awesome news, Jeremy. I'm sure Gary will love it. Yes, I'll see if I can get Gary in here, and I'll probably bring some more of my team in here later on. Let me stop screen sharing for just a minute. Pull that up. Let me invite. So if my team is watching, I will send you guys a link a little bit later after we get into the meat of this discussion. But I don't know if Gary's even around. I know he was live earlier. Come on. So we'll see if he's around. We'll go back to screen share. And let's go ahead and let's get into this party. Let's get into this party. Are you guys ready to get into this party? Because I surely am. All right. I love this so much. One more thing. I got to share this with my team to the mod group because they yell at me when I don't do that. So give me a minute. If I can find it. Okay. I'm live. This just broke. This is crazy. Now, I don't know why this announcement's happening now, but yeah, they quit, baby. Now, listen, I want you to very carefully, I want you guys to go I want you guys to go along on this journey with me because it's beautiful. Can I just say real quick, swig of berry juice, because I'm drinking berry juice. Swig of berry juice for the working man. Okay. Star Wars shocker. Game of Thrones duo quits planned trilogy. There's Ryan. I see Ryan in the chat. Darth Barbie's in the chat. Shout out to Darth Barbie. Shout out to Ryan, who says he's at the gym. Darth Barbie says smash the melee button. And she's closing in on 1,000 subs, guys. So if you haven't subscribed to Darth Barbie's channel, Barbie or Ryan, drop a link to her channel in the chat. All right, let's do this. Star Wars shocker. Game of Thrones duo quits planned trilogy. The pair were set to produce the 2022 Star Wars film, the first to come after this year's Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss have exited their planned Star Wars series over a year since joining Disney and Lucasfilm first announced they were doing it. Now, this is what I want you to pay attention to right here. This is their official release. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us too. When George Lucas built it, he built us too. You're goddamn right he did. Fuck you, current Lucasfilm. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Bob Iger. I'm so tired of you pieces of shit. You did betray George Lucas, and they just threw some major shade at you. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us too. Getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was the thrill of a lifetime, and we will always be indebted to the saga that changed everything. They recognize that it is no longer what we all came to know and love. But there are only so many hours in the day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and our Netflix project. So we are regretfully stepping away, Benioff and Weiss said in a statement. We are at a point in time where people are choosing to do a Netflix series over Star Wars. Do you know why? Because Star Wars is a disaster under Kathleen Kennedy. It is nothing but a disaster. It is pathetic. This is an absolute embarrassment for Disney and Lucasfilm. An absolute embarrassment. So if you're just joining us, we got almost 1,300 people. Smash the melee, share the video. And I don't drink alcohol, but if you are, this is the time for bottoms to go up. So I will be swigging my berry juice in celebration for the fact that Lucasfilm is a disaster. I've been saying it's a disaster, and I will continue to say it's a disaster as long as people like Kathleen Kennedy, Pablo Hidalgo, and Ryan Johnson and J.J. Abrams are involved in it, because it is a disaster. So bottoms up. I've got my berry juice, non-alcoholic berry juice. So swig. Now, lethal lightning. Ryan sucks testicles at God. So this is huge. Now I want to unscreen share just for a minute because there's something else I want to pull up really quick. And I want to be careful. I'm not pulling up stuff I'm not supposed to pull up. Give me just a second. Come on, computer. Work with you, boy. Okay, now this is a Deadline exclusive. Deadline is actually reporting this. And it's interesting that this news drops right when the Mandalorian trailer drops. Does that seem a little interesting to you guys? Like just a little interesting right when the Mandalorian trailer drops? I don't know when this was the Hollywood Reporter holding on to this? Did Benioff and Weiss just release this themselves? I can't answer that question. Or I'm sorry, Deadline. So Deadline is who initially reported it right here. So let's look at Deadline. Let's see what Deadline says. And I will get to your super chats momentarily. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. Simple request from a simple man. This is Deadline who broke the story. Star Wars setback. Yeah, because that seems to happen about every other day. We've had Colin Trevorrow, who seemed to be the only person in this trilogy that gave a shit about the legacy, the saga, and anything. He got fired because he stood up to Ryan Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy. We've lost who were the directors that were fired from Solo? I can't remember their name. You're going to know as soon as I say it. You're going to tell me what their names are, but I can't remember their names. They did the Lego movie. What was their names? Tell me, chat. Come on. Help your boy out. Help your boy out. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up. Lord and Miller, thank you, Thomas Roy. Lord and Miller. We've had Lord and Miller got 90% through Solo before Kathleen Kennedy decided that she was going to do her job. How do you let a project, a multi-$100 million contract movie, get 90% through before you decide to do your job? And then she ballooned the budget twice as much as it should have been. And then she decides to fire them. And then she brings in Opie Cunningham. Now, I got nothing against Ron Howard. I think he's a good guy. It was DOA. That project was DOA. What was it? Josh Trank, which I don't fully hold her accountable for that because Josh Trank has had a lot of problems with working with people. We've had directors fired on top of directors. We have projects fall through. We've had creative problems all across the board because of Kathleen Kennedy. She is a terrible leader. You bring on Benioff and Weiss. And what did we say? What did we say? Now, I'm not letting Benioff and Weiss off the hook for Game of Thrones. Not even for a minute. All right? But what did we say? We're like, why are you bringing the Game of Thrones guys into Lucasfilm? They just ruined Game of Thrones. What is wrong with you, Kathleen Kennedy? What is wrong with you? You know? Like, it's just unbelievable. Now, I'm glad that they presumably are telling her to go F herself. Now, let's go ahead. This is from Deadline. This is who broke the story. So let's get right into this. Exclusive. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, the duo who in 2011 launched the singular screen sensation known as Game of Thrones, have walked away from their much-publicized deal with Disney's Lucasfilm to launch a feature film trilogy in 2022. Benioff and Weiss were supposed to usher in the post-Skywalker era. That was supposed to be Skywalker era. Of the Star Wars brand with a 2022 New Start story that would stake out a new frontier for the era-defining cinema brand created by George Lucas. The Emmy-winning pair cited their historic deal with Netflix. They said their enthusiasm for Star Wars remains boundless, but regrettably their schedule is full. All right, get this out of here. We love Star Wars. The pair said in a statement to Deadline, when George Lucas built it, he built us. Getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was a thrill of a lifetime, and we will always be indebted to the saga that changed everything. Unfortunately, the company that owns it and has power over it doesn't seem to have the same mentality. The company that owns it right now and has the power does nothing but shit all over it. And it is absolutely ridiculous, and it's unacceptable, and we're not going to let them off the hook. Now, I've told you all time and time again, Kathleen Kennedy does not know what she's doing. She is an incompetent leader. She is an idiot. She is pushing social justice and identity politics into this wonderful brand that we've all come to know and love. And now here we are, another mishap behind the scenes. Unbelievable. Now, again, I just want to repeat, when they said, Benioff and Weiss, when George Lucas built Star Wars, he built us too. That tells me everything. This is just a little after Bob Iger admitted that George Lucas felt betrayed by Disney's vision, how they actually took his sequel trilogy outline. They threw it away. They threw it away. This is Disney and Lucasfilm for you right here. You know, it's unbelievable. Now, James has some good information for us. James says when he ejaculates, he cries. Well, James, that sounds like a personal problem there, buddy. Hope you get that worked out. Okay, let's get back to the more pressing matter, not James' lack of sex life. That 2022 release date made the Benioff and Weiss startup the next inline Star Wars installment following this December's Rise of Skywalker, the final chapter of the Skywalker family chronicles that have been captivating moviegoers since 1977. Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy has plenty of other Star Wars projects in the hopper. The Rise of Skywalker in December, The Mandalorian in 15 days, and the ramping Ewan McGregor series, to name just three. So it's unclear how much of a setback the now nixed trilogy presents. There's no shortage of upcoming collaborations lined up either. Among them, Rian Johnson and Kevin Feige. Yeah, where's Rian Johnson at these days? Where's Rian Johnson at these days? I'm telling you, they're waiting to see how Knives Out performs, and I think Rian Johnson's going to be a little too busy for his Star Wars trilogy too. Matter of fact, Tom King is bringing that up. Kathleen Kennedy didn't close shut any doors in her send-off statement on Monday. David Benioff and Dan Weiss are incredible. Do I read it like her?
David Benioff and Dan Weiss are incredible storytellers. We hope to include them in their journey forward when they are able to step away from their busy schedule to focus on Star Wars.
That's Kathleen Kennedy's smoker voice right there. All right. Clearly, it's a big fizzle ending for the firecracker fuse headline, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, they're just kind of yacht. All right, so Kathleen Kennedy and her smoker voice. I can't do that again. I can't do that again. The Femperor. Yes, the Femperor. Can I find that comment to highlight it? Can I find that comment? There we go, right there. The Femperor, Kathleen Kennedy. But anyway, if you're just joining us, we have over 2,000 people. Hi, my name is Jeremy. I am the owner and creator of Geeks and Gamers, geeksandgamers.com. I'm the person that continues to tell you, the internet, that Kathleen Kennedy is the worst leader I have ever seen. I continue to tell you that Lucasfilm is a disaster. Now, we have a few soy boys out there. We have a few soy boys that sit down when they pee that continue to get really upset because Jeremy has really strong opinions. They hurt our feelings and we don't know what to do. Well, the problem is I'm right and you're wrong. That's just that simple. I'm right, you're wrong. And you're still sitting down when you pee, and I'm sitting here with a very, very good life. I have a badass sports car that I drive around, and I drive it around fueled from your beta tears. And I will continue to do that. And I'm going to have a swig of berry juice for the working man. Now, here we go. Let me read a few super chats, and then we will get right back into the party, okay? Because this is huge news. This is great. Like, this is awesome. All right, first up, we got the Phantom Menace. So Ryan still has a trilogy, huh? I have said from day one, Rian Johnson's trilogy is not happening. I do not believe it's going to happen. Will I be right or will I be wrong? Time will tell. But I don't think it's going to happen. The Phantom Menace, this is huge news. Holy shit. Yes, it is huge. Space Windu, awesome news, Jeremy. I'm sure Gary will love it. Gary has a link if he wants to join. He's free to do so. Joseph Aldridge, Ron Howard news for the win. Jordan Hickey, Trump wins again. That's right. Micah D2, good luck, Jeremy, and God bless you. Thank you. Milkshake, Dre Pub, Benioff and Weiss. I'm about to head out like the SpongeBob, the SpongeBob meme. That's great. Wolfman Jack, why would anyone quit a Disney contract? Are we getting word of Rian Johnson quitting Star Wars 2? Yes, I believe that will happen. I do believe that will happen. Let me see. What did Candace say? I'm looking for that comment. Comments move so fast. I saw you said something about you say you think another article is getting written about me? Oh, Jeremy, they are writing more articles about you now. Bring them on. Bring them on. Bring them on. The more articles you write about me, the more successful I become. Make me the next PewDiePie. Make me the next PewDiePie. You guys do nothing but make PewDiePie more successful every single day by spreading lies and false information every single day. Okay? That male feminist writer or whatever that writer was, the he, she, it, we, they, whatever pronoun it goes by, I'll just call it an it. That it writer that wrote those lies about me, I addressed those lies head on. And that person said that Kelly Marie Tran has been harassed off social media. What did I say in my video? I said, will you please point me to the person that has any type of influence, a couple of thousand subs at minimum on YouTube. Point me to the YouTuber that harassed Kelly Marie Tran as a person, and I will roast the living fuck out of them. Tell me their name. Show me the evidence. Show me the person that harassed Kelly Marie Tran. Don't show me a goddamn screenshot from Rotten Tomatoes. Don't show me some random troll on Twitter with 2 followers that said something. Show me the person that has any influence whatsoever that went after Kelly Marie Tran. Name them, show me the evidence, and I will roast the living hell out of them and make their life miserable. You can't do it because that person doesn't exist. So you're doing nothing but making false narratives and lies. and I will bust your lies up every single time. All right, so a swig of water for the working man. Exactly. We hate Rose Tico, not Kelly Marie Tran. When I heard about the news of Kelly Marie Tran being harassed off social media, I did a live stream on this channel that you can go watch, and I was very, very angry that she faced that. But then reality is I couldn't find anything that was said. But I even showed my anger towards the initial news. All they do is fucking lie. And then you ask them for evidence. You ask them for any type of data to support their lies, and they play the victim. And that's what this person's doing right now. And I mean, I'm fine with it. Continue to lie about me. Like, my video that I made about this is around 90,000 views right now. And it's going to make me several $100s. And I don't know. I'll purchase some lesbian porn with the money I made from your video just to make you mad, making you know that I'm watching hot women. I'm objectifying hot women with the money I made from your stupidity. And I'll just do that to piss you the fuck off. And there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do about it is shut your fucking mouth about me. But as long as you talk about me, I will continue to monetize your stupidity all fucking day, every day. All right. Back to the super chats. Lethal Lightning. Ryan sucks testicles at COD. We got that one. Chris Stanley. Dan and Dave couldn't handle the impending failure that would come to them inevitably. Yes, absolutely. Only Caleb. What if your fingers were made out of spiders? Wouldn't that be weird? That would be weird. It would be weird. I do have big hands, though. Just saying. Shannon M. They've seen episode 9 and not happy and bailed. Yes, Shannon M. Perfect answer. They've seen episode 9 and are not happy and bailed. That's beautiful. Space Windu, Lord Miller went on a super successful into the Spider-Verse. What was Solo shaping up to be? A success like Spider-Man was. We will never know. We will never know. But one thing we do know is that if Kathleen Kennedy didn't like what was going on Solo, there's a pretty good chance that it was damn great. A pretty good chance it was damn great. The good Tom King. Any chances of Rian Johnson getting his trilogy going up now? I don't think so. I truly do not believe that Rian Johnson's trilogy will happen. I absolutely don't believe it will happen. I believe Rian Johnson's trilogy has been DOA for a long time. Time will tell. We will see. Crazy Eye Jedi from an OG fan. Thank you. I appreciate that. YTP Mania. Fimperer and Darth Ryan Roundhead. Fandom Evil, thanks for the content you all provide us. Thank you for the support. Without your support, I'm nothing. I'm just some asshole screaming at a $75 webcam in my pool house. But because of your support, I am able to speak to hundreds of thousands of people, and I greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much. Pin drop. What if you have to poop too? Sitting okay? Yes, it's okay to poop. It's okay to sit when you poop. I grant you that permission. Titus Muller, can you get Muller? Can you get Muller on to get his thoughts? I could send Muller a link. I don't know if he's around. Ancient Galax, Colin Trevorrow should have directed episode 8. Do you agree? Yes, but that's after the fact that I'm making that statement. I was excited for Rian Johnson to be part of this trilogy when he was announced. I had no problem with it. I had no idea how bad it was going to be. I really didn't, but here we are. Let's see. DG Akuma, play me a request. Kook and the gangs celebrate the good times because this news makes me want to celebrate. Hell yes. Mary Mayhem. Get him, Jeremy. Thank you, Mary. Crystal Meth says, Kevin Feige is cleaning house. Maybe. Christopher Arcilia. Wow, this Game of Thrones director's quitting news came out of nowhere. Great job tackling on this news right off the bat. You're welcome. Riff Magos. Femperor Cathletine. Boom. Up CT. Isn't this bad news? D&D is better than Roundhead. Possibly. California Kid. Mandalorian looks great. Long live the Phantom Menace. Yes, the Mandalorian does look great. Big Red Bear. Real humans stand while they poop. Respect. I can't do that, but I respect you for that. Shane, hey, this is good news. There are some better writers that can step up now. I heard Rian Johnson's Trilogy is Cellular Games that he wrote the story for. Thank you for the super chat, Shane. So we're going to get back to the breaking news. If you're just joining us, breaking news, okay? Breaking news from Deadline, shared through the Hollywood Reporter. Here we go. Benioff and Weiss have quit the Star Wars trilogy that they were hired on for just 1 year ago. Now, people like me, people like Garrett from Nerdrade, people like Doomcock, people like Jeff from World Class, well, not Jeff because he didn't really watch Game of Thrones, but a lot of people had opinions on this, and we all said this is not a good situation for either party. Nobody, this works for nobody. But when you have a stupid-ass leader like Kathleen Kennedy who knows nothing about leadership planning or anything, this is what happens. Now, here's the key part of the story, because I believe oh, by the way, let me get to that comment, because that's an important comment right here from Titan. Titan says, brah, I love car videos. Who doesn't love car videos? Car videos. Car videos. Can we get some car video love in the chat just for the hell of it? Can we get some car video? All right, let me all right, where are we at? Now, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. But anyway, the point is, yes, car video love. I see the car video. I love it. I appreciate that. And all right, now back to it. I don't remember what point I was trying to make, but the point is that Kathleen Kennedy is a terrible leader. And this was never going to work for either party involved, especially after the disaster known as Game of Thrones Season 8. But Kathleen Kennedy doesn't pay attention to that type of stuff. She is an idiot. She is stupid. She is more worried about social justice politics than actually good storytelling. Now, Lucasfilm doesn't like me. Lucasfilm doesn't like that I call them out. Lucasfilm doesn't like that I don't kiss their ass. Well, let me be clear to Lucasfilm. Let me be crystal clear to Lucasfilm. Hey, Lucasfilm, just so we're clear, I don't give a flying fuck what you think. I don't need your press passes. I don't need your access. I don't need anything that you have to offer. All I want is for Star Wars to be good. And unlike a lot of these bigger corporations, I don't give a fuck about press passes. I don't give a fuck about being invited to premieres. I don't give a fuck about being invited to cons. What I care about is that the 200,000 people that are subscribed to this YouTube channel know that I'm being honest. You can't buy me. You can't manipulate me. You can't control me. I will continue to call your bullshit out, and it pisses you off, and I don't give a shit. So understand that, okay? We all know you hate me, and I love when you bitch about me online. It makes my day. I love when you have your soy boys that sit down when they pee, write articles about me all day long, because they will not confront me in person. And I'll be at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim with my own money. And guess what? Not one of these betas will walk up to me face to face and shake my hand and have a conversation with me. But they will do anything they can to talk about me from their keyboard, won't they? Well, I will go up to them, shake their hand, and have a conversation with them. So if you fucking run your mouth, just remember, I will walk up to you, respectfully shake your hand, and confront you about the lies that you spread about me. So understand that. If you dip your toes in the water, you're going to feel how hot it is. Remember that shit. All right. So screen share. Boom. Swig of berry juice. All right. Now, if you're just joining us, 2,200 people, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should. This is a great channel. We bitch about Star Wars because Star Wars sucks for the most part. I watched the Mandalorian trailer and I liked it. But that does not cure the disease at Lucasfilm known as social justice Trump derangement syndrome. That is what they do. They are so obsessed with Trump that they can't tell a proper story. This is a disease at Lucasfilm. Well, now, I was not the biggest fan of Benioff and Weiss being hired for this project in the beginning. I do appreciate what Benioff and Weiss did through 8 years of Game of Thrones. But Season 8 was a colossal disaster on every single possible level. That is true. Okay? Now, Benioff and Weiss have quit the Star Wars trilogy. They've quit within like an hour or two of the Mandalorian trailer dropping. Now, we know how important Disney Plus is to Disney right now. It's ridiculously important. They are obsessed with Disney Plus. There's no way they wanted this news to break right now. I can't imagine why they wanted this news to break. This has totally overshadowed the news of The Mandalorian. Totally overshadowed it. So now, I don't know what to think. So their quote, to me, it seems like they're throwing a hell of a lot of shade at Disney. Because we remember the news with Bob Iger coming out just a few weeks ago, or about a month ago, where Bob Iger said that George Lucas felt betrayed by what they did with Star Wars. Well, now Benioff and Weiss have said this. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us. Getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was the thrill of a lifetime, and we will always be indebted to the saga that changed everything. But there are only so many hours in the day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and our Netflix projects. So we are regretfully stepping away, Benioff and Weiss said in a statement. Boom! That is a huge win for the fandom menace, for common sense, for Star Wars fans, because I wasn't looking forward to this. I mean, apparently they were working on possibly like a Knights of the Old Republic, but this has to completely destroy all of their plans, because apparently the rumor is that Rian Johnson was apparently working on this project or something like that. This is bad. This is really, really bad. And they just can't get out of their own way. It's bad news after bad news after bad news. It is absolutely hilarious. And I love the fact that they can't get out of their own way. This is what happens when you have bad leadership. This is what happens when you're focused on social justice and not proper storytelling. This is what happens. Now, let's see. Glad these fucks are stepping away from the Old Republic, says Ryan. There's pixelated Ryan. And I think a lot of people are going to feel the same exact way because nobody wanted them to touch that. Nobody wanted them to touch that era. And can another company buy back the Fox properties? No. I mean, at this point, Disney has a monopoly, man. I mean, they don't have a legit monopoly. Like, I understand there is competition out there, so it's not enough to call it a monopoly, but they just have so much control over entertainment properties. I don't know what to think about it, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you're talking to someone who is a Disney fan. I am a fan of Disney. I'm a fan of their theme parks. I'm a fan of a lot of their older properties. I'm a fan of old school, Pixar, Disney animation, all of that stuff, man. But Disney has turned into nothing but a political propaganda machine, and it is really getting on my nerves. As a fan, as an annual pass holder at Walt Disney World, yeah, you stupid fucking SJWs. All of you fuckers that want to sit there and complain that I hate Star Wars and hate Disney, I am an annual fucking pass holder at Walt Disney World, and I've been that way for, 5-6 years. I put money into Disney. I know people in powerful positions at Disney. All you fuckers do is hashtag on Twitter. That's all you do. You don't support these businesses. You don't know shit about anything you talk about. Just like a few weeks ago, who was that? Some YouTuber bitching about Rose Tico merchandise, and then Ichibaka called her out, and he's like, hey, can you post a picture of your Rose Tico action figure? Guess what? She couldn't, because she doesn't own any Rose Tico action figures, because the SJWs don't support business models and they don't buy toys. All they do is get on Twitter and complain. They don't care about this stuff. And that's what I've continued to try and tell people for the last 2 years. These people that get on social media, they don't care about this stuff. I stood in line for 8, maybe 9 hours to watch The Force Awakens opening night. And before that, the night before, I was at Walt Disney World watching the Star Wars fireworks. And I went and saw The Force Awakens like 5 or 6 times in all over the place. I bought all the toys. SJWs don't do that. They don't. And then The Last Jedi came around and it destroyed everything and it exposed everything that came before it. And a lot of you hated The Force Awakens, and I didn't. A lot of you were ahead of me on that, and I have no problem with that. But it doesn't matter. We all are coming to the same conclusion, that Disney is ruined They have ruined Star Wars, and it won't stop at Star Wars if we don't do something. If we don't continue to speak up and let our voices be heard, then yeah, something bad. It's just they're just gonna continue to do this to every other property out there that they have access to. So that's where we're at with it. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. We have breaking news. If you're just joining us, Benioff and Weiss have quit their Star Wars trilogy. They have told Lucasfilm to shove it right up their ass. Swig of berry juice for the working man. Let me see. Speak My Mind says we're geeks and complainers. Your mom and your girl weren't complaining last night, my friend. And creepily enough, your dog was even sizing me up, but I don't go that way. But at least your mom and your girl were happy. Now shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, or either get up and make me a sandwich because you're just a bitch. All right. Anyway, Star Wars shocker, Game of Thrones duo quits planned trilogy. So that's what we're talking about. All right. What did Geeky Candy say? Filoni and Favreau to replace D&D. That would be amazing. That would be amazing if that's what was to happen. That would be amazing. So why you got to bring the dogs into it, Jeremy? I didn't. The dog brought it into. His dog was giving me a weird look. And I was like, look, I know they were satisfied, but I'm not into that stuff. But I mean, I just wanted to notify this soy boy that his dog was sizing me up. It was kind of weird. Anyway, let me get back to no more trolls. I'll ignore the trolls here for a few minutes. All right, where are we at? Orville Nation says PewDiePie or Pewdie Jeremy. I like it. Pewdie Jeremy. Titus Muller. Are you excited for Ford versus Ferrari? Yes, I am. Ford versus Ferrari looks amazing. Christian Bale's my favorite actor, and it's got racing in it. I love racing. I love cars. 100% excited. Demagini, thanks for stopping by. Keepers of the Force the other day. Also quadrupled down on that Kelly Marie Tran challenge. I want receipts. All trash anyone going after Kelly Marie Tran. Absolutely. Me too, man. Me too. You know, like we all will. But they don't have any receipts. John Joseph Gray, Selena Gomez new videos has more views than the Rise of Skywalker trailer. That's pretty funny. Darth Knievel says, or Darth Devo Knievel, the Rise of Skywalker makes more than TLJ. Are you saying if the Rise of Skywalker makes more than TLJ, you got to give? No, I'm not repeating that. Did you, Akuma? It's okay to love Disney up to a certain point in time, but I think we all can agree that many of us hate what Disney has become. That's a great comment, and I want to talk about that for a minute. Yes, that is 100% true. I grew up loving Disney, and Disney still has a special place. You know, like, I mean, I've got this. Look at this. I got this, man. Like, look at that. That's a Walt Disney World 25th anniversary, okay? I love Disney, all right? I've got all kind of crap. I got this, okay? Commemorative plate from Walt Disney World retro. I've got this commemorative plate, Epcot. We've got Magic Kingdom. We got the Contemporary. Like, I'm a huge Disney Parks fan. I'm really disappointed with Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge is awful. Like, it is awful. It's so freaking bad. You know what I mean? I got... What else do I have? Look at this, okay? You want to talk about some badass, okay? This right here, you want me to prove? All right, this means I'm a badass right here, okay? Look at this right here. A Splash Mountain water slide. Get off my level. You are on my level. I have a Splash Mountain water slide. Get off me, bro. Get off me. Look at that. Ain't none of you soy boys got that. I've got a Splash Mountain water slide. Get off me. Anyway. But we got all these SJWs on Twitter, and they'll hashtag saying,
I'm a big Kelly Marie Tran fan. I love Kelly Marie Tran. I love Rose Tico.
where's your Rose Tico merchandise? Where's your Rose Tico action figures? You notice none of them share any of that because they don't own any of it, because they don't care. They don't buy stuff. You know what I mean? Is my zipper down? My zipper's not down. Is it? Nope. Okay, we're good. All right, anyway. Great loner, play 10-hour crab rave video. That guy with the reactions, Jeremy, you should check out some of the comments in your Mandalorian 2 reaction. It's a beautiful pile. George B.D. Lucas, how much goodwill and money could they have made? And you got another one. If they have done it correctly from the beginning. Oh, if they did this from the beginning the right way, Disney would be making hundreds of millions of, they may even be making billions off Star Wars at this point. Can you imagine? Let me pull something up right now. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Think about this right here. Okay? Think about this right here. Let me pull it up. Give me a minute. If I can find it. Open image in new tab. Okay, I'll pull this up in just a minute. I'm trying to keep up. There's so many comments right now. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. My name is Jeremy. I'm the owner of Geeks and Gamers. I'm always right about Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm employees really get pissed off because I will not back down, because they deserve to be called out. Benioff and Weiss, the creators of Game of Thrones, have now quit the Star Wars trilogy that they were signed on for. Think about that. Think about how bad of a leader you must be to have someone quit a fucking trilogy. They quit a trilogy. They didn't just quit a movie. They quit a fucking trilogy. They quit a fucking Star Wars trilogy. This is unprecedented. Who the fuck quits a trilogy? Seriously. Who quits a gosh darn trilogy? Like, how? How is that possible? How is that possible? They quit a trilogy. Like, I feel like I'm going to go full Allen Iverson. Not a game. We talking about practice. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Somebody needs to clip this right now, okay? I'm going to give you a chance. Clip this right now. Not a movie. They quit a trilogy, not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. This is so bad. Anyway, getting back. No one understands this reference, Jeremy. All right, here we go. All right. You asked me how much goodwill could they have earned if they did this right from the beginning. I have a question for all 2,300 people watching this right now, okay? Would you pay money? To go visit this right here? Would you pay money to go visit this Lucas world right here, where you can walk down the streets of Coruscant, where you see the Death Star? You can go to Hoth. You can go to Geonosis. You can go to Tatooine. You can go to Bespin. You can go to Endor. You can go to Dagobah, Kashyyyk, Kamino, Naboo, Mustafar, hyperspace. Would you pay money to go to that? Of course you would. Because it's incredible. This is incredible. But unfortunately, we ended up with that. That's what we ended up with right there. Yay. Hey, yay. Good job, Disney. Yay! Woohoo! Good job, Disney. Oh, you wanted this? Star Wars fans? You wanted this? Yay! Okay, woo! Good job, Disney. All right, okay. Hey, let's yeah. Yay. That's basically the reaction, you know. So oh, I got Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Everyone say hello to Jedi Bunny. Kelly is here, the sweetest human being on the planet. Nice to see Kelly here. And just to balance the scales, we also have Ryan, who's not the nicest person in the world. So we're kind of offsetting everything here. So it's good to have Kelly to be nice, super nice, and then we have Ryan, who's not so nice. Anyway, somebody like yeah. Lethal is an Aussie biatch. All right, I need to read a few more super chats, and then we'll do another update. Where the hell am I at? John Joseph Gray. So SJWs like to destroy popular entertainment properties, but I had a thought the NFL is entertainment. Then why aren't they going after the Patriots? Oh, yeah, the real reason is because of Belichick. Well, I mean, they tried to get involved with the NFL, so that did happen. They did go after the NFL. SJWs go after anything. You know, they did go after the NFL for a short period of time. And then Daddy Trump stepped in and whipped it out and started smacking bitches in their foreheads, and then they all backed off. That's what happened. That's the truth of the situation. Agent Galax, it feels like Kathleen ruined Game of Thrones and Star Wars. Woo! Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Chris Pravato, got great content to share from Cali Middle School teaching kids share for your channel about SJW and pro Star Wars here. I'm upset, Father. What's your email? D-Day Cobra, DDAYCOBRA. DDAYCOBRA @gmail.com. Thank you for that. All right. So where are we at? George BD Lucas Sploosh. Caltaban, if you're excited about Ford vs. Ferrari, go check out the 24-Hour War. It's a documentary based on the same topic. Thank you. I appreciate that. Eli Garib says, how does one buy that blue Geeks and Gamer sweater? I don't have these on the shop yet. I'm trying to sell through most of our merchandise that we have, which our merchandise has been picking up, and I appreciate that. I've got to get through the run that we're on now before I'm willing to dump more money into things. But this shirt and this one, the black one and the blue one, okay? It's got the white stripes on it. And so if we can, so basically if you go to geeksandgamers.com/store and purchase a t-shirt, a hat, a hoodie, something, anything, it helps. And it helps kind of run through that inventory that I've invested all this money into. We get that inventory down, flip our cost and start making a little profit off that. Then I will invest money to put these and the black ones on the website. So the power is in your hands. So make it happen. geeksandgamers.com/store. Thank you. Speak My Mind says it's a waste of money. Well, I mean, I will say, Speak My Mind. I do have one shirt that I had to throw away because I had to use it to wipe up the mess I made all over your mom's face last night. All right. Anyway, Fixie Clary, Jeremy. I have the Lion King, Lady and Tramp, and Bambi on Laserdisc, and my last two on Beta Max. That's what's up right there. Do I still? I was wanting to show you guys something, but I don't think I have it here. I don't. But I do have something to show you. In the box, right there. Super Mario Kart and Mario 64 in the box. How amazing is that? Okay? How amazing is that? Seriously, how amazing is that? Come on. I mean, that is badass, okay? Also, are you ready for this one? Are you ready? I need you to tell me you're ready in the chat. Like, I need there to be a flood of readies before I show you what I'm going to show you, because it's going to bring the nostalgia buttons out. Are you ready? Ready, 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 ready. Flood me those readies, baby. Are you ready? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Tell me that ain't sexy, okay? Tell me that ain't sexy, okay? That is sexy. I'm sorry, but it just is. All right, let's get back to things here. Oh my God, where'd we go? Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Jeremy, do you identify as an 80-year-old grandmother? Plates, absolutely. This is why I'm kind of feeling a little upset about how this chat's going, because I do identify as an 80-year-old grandmother. And I'm very, very offended by a lot of this millennial talk. Christopher Acelia, awesome old school Disney theme park merch you got. Yes, I love you for that. Just like me, I got Horizon stuff and even canvas of opera glass women from HM. Looking forward to you owning that Mark Davis book. You need it. Yes, I love old school retro Disney theme park stuff. It's fantastic. It is great. So thank you, Christopher. I appreciate that. Laura Rice on my fan fiction. Show me your Disney spoons, old lady Jer. I actually do have Disney forks and knives and spoons. I'm not even kidding. It's in the house. I'm not going to run all the way there and get it, but I do have it because that's how I roll. When 900 years old you look, this doing the Yoda quote. It moved past me already, Kelly, but thank you. All right. George B.D. Lucas, check out Mod's channels. They are great. Yes, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Shannon Elm, Game of Thrones writers Benioff and Weiss quit Star Wars. Cue George Lucas chuckle. Absolutely. Lethal Lightning, but is there an area where Ryan is good at COD? No, there's not. Ryan is terrible at COD, but so am I. Ryan Kennel says Lethal is an Aussie biatch. Space Windu, my friend Michael Murphy designed the original. The original what? I don't know what we're talking about at the time. Lethal Lightning, my bad. Ryan, dress as Captain Marvel for me. You guys are in a battle. That's hilarious. Talent 103, keep up the good work. Thank you. Space Window, listen to my interview with Michael for more. Okay, I'll go to your channel and check that out because I'm interested to hear what you're talking about. Samsung, they refuse to bow down to the Sith Lord Kathleen Kennedy. That's what I think. That's what I think. Matt Fleming, Lucas World only works if it's a park all by itself. I agree with that, and that's what I was hoping would happen at Walt Disney World. They have enough room at Walt Disney World to make it an entire theme park all on its own, and that would have been fantastic. Let me see. Lebanese protesters were wearing Joker face paint. I need to see that. Josh, at the very least, I think Disney could have done a Coruscant park because the Galaxy Center is where it's at, not the lame edge. Yes, exactly. I see your I'm ready, but I'm not reading your name. Good try. Chris Johnson, Jeremy, shout out to my friend Wolfie, who's trying to start a channel. Are you just as confused as I am with what D&D are going to do after Game of Thrones? Yes, I am. I have no idea what they're going to do. The fact that they are leaning on this Netflix thing, whatever that is, like, I mean, I know they signed a deal with Netflix, but again, who quits Star Wars and a Star Wars trilogy for a Netflix project? Seriously, like, come on. I mean, are you kidding me right now? This is unreal. Chris and Joe, I think Iger and Kennedy enticed the Game of Thrones guys to rush Game of Thrones, thus ruining it, came to Lucasfilm and discovered how messy and uncreative it is, then quit. But Chris to Joe, and somebody else said it earlier, holy crap. I am so going to make a video on this topic. Here, I'm going to repeat what Krista said. I wish I could pull it up right now, but I can't because this chat's moving way too fast. Krista Joe. Can we get a round of applause for Krista Joe? Because this is on point right here, okay? Krista says, I think Iger and Kennedy enticed the Game of Thrones guys to rush Game of Thrones, thus ruining it. Came to Lucasfilm and discovered how messy and uncreative it is and then quit. That is spot on right there. Jeffrey Turner, a.k.a. Mega Jetty 1. Tomorrow I'll be posting my second Terminator lore video explaining the time travel. With these lore videos, I'm taking advantage of the bad reboot. Good? Yes, 100% good. Great idea. Mega Jetty, great idea. Keep doing it. Space Window, the original Star Wars park, they denied it. Oh, okay, I got you. All right, so let's get back into the story. If you're just joining us, boom, there it is. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. This is also from Deadline. Deadline actually broke the story. Deadline's the one that broke the story. But here we are with I just realized I have Pixelated Ryan still as our little advertisement. That's great. All right, anyway, so Benioff and Weiss have quit their Star Wars trilogy. It has been confirmed by several sources. Deadline, breaking the news, Hollywood Reporter confirming it. Let me get rid of some of these tabs before I start slowing down in here. I got so much going on. Boom. All right. Okay. So here we are. Star Wars shocker, Game of Thrones duo quits planned trilogy. Yada, yada, yada. The key thing I want to focus in on, because we have people coming in and out of the live stream. I appreciate that. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy. I am the owner of Geeks and Gamers. I am the creator of Sports Wars. I am the creator of several soy boys, mothers' orgasms, and I am here to make them cry. Why do I talk like that? Because it offends them. That's it. I'm not as arrogant as I act. I just like making soy boys cry. They really get upset when I talk about that. Like this guy, the Speak My Mind guy, dude has been sitting here for an hour complaining about me. Imagine that life. Like, imagine that. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway. Hi, everybody. Let's go. Let's jump right into this. Look at how they say this. Now, again, I want to preface this by saying just a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, Bob Iger came out and admitted that George Lucas felt betrayed by Disney's treatment of Star Wars. Bob Iger admitted this. What kind of idiot does that? All right. Now, let's get into this. Their statement as they quit a Star Wars trilogy. Okay, I know we've got a bunch of movie heads in here. Okay? Have we ever had someone quit a trilogy? Ever? Have we ever had somebody quit a trilogy? I'm not saying we haven't. I'm just saying, have we ever heard about this? Any of my movie heads in here, has anybody ever quit a freaking trilogy? Del Toro quit The Hobbit, but Del Toro has a history of quitting Del Toro puts everything in motion. Guillermo del Toro puts everything in motion, and he always doesn't follow through. But I will give you that one. But that one just seemed like typical Guillermo del Toro. You know what I mean? Okay, so they quit a trilogy. So again, Bob Iger just recently talked about George Lucasfilm betrayed. Benioff and Weiss, the Game of Thrones creators who were signed on to Lucasfilm to do a trilogy about a year ago, released this statement after quitting. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us too. Getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was a thrill of a lifetime, and we will always be indebted to the saga that changed everything. But there are only so many hours in the day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and our Netflix projects, so we are regretfully stepping away. Wow. That's what happens. George Lucas has been disrespected by Disney. He has been disrespected by these SJW fans, and I say that very loosely because they're not fans, but in terms of having to identify them within the Star Wars world that we have, they are the group that doesn't care about the lore. They don't care about the characters. They don't care about the history. They don't care about the merchandise. They don't care about anything. All they care about is infecting something very popular with their disease known as social justice. They have disrespected George Lucas over and over and over again. And I am just sick of it. And I will always stand with George Lucas. I will always, have his back. I will always, I will always back George Lucas. He's the reason we have Star Wars. He's the reason we have so many things within Hollywood. And the fact that Disney lied straight to his face, misled him, tells you everything you need to know about Bob Iger. Bob Iger is a slimy, sleazy snake. I love that. I forgot that we do have the Kelly. We have the Kelly emoji. Larry just shared that. Thank you for sharing that, Larry. I don't think it'll show up. No, it won't show up. But thank you for sharing the Kelly emoji. Anytime we have Kelly emojis, the world is a better place. So Kelly emojis are much better than Jeremy soy boy face emojis. Can we get to all the members? Can we just get Kelly emojis just a flood? And if you want to be a member, it's $5 a month, and you can have access to a Kelly emoji as well. Is there a better selling point than a Kelly emoji, a Jedi bunny emoji? I don't think so. I think that's the number one selling point to becoming a member of the Geeks and Gamers channel. If you're not a member, just do the bunny emoji. There you go. So I know right now, I know Kelly is laughing. She's loving that. Good old Kelly. Kelly's awesome. Right there. Oh man, I told you, Kelly, everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. So Ryan is judging us all. That is very true. Ryan is judging us all. There's oh man, good old Kelly. Anyway, let's get back to the point here. The point is Benioff and Weiss quit. We can all speculate as to why they quit. I obviously don't know the answer to that question. I can speculate. I can guess. I think Krista Joe came up with an excellent scenario where it seems that Disney, Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger kind of pressed Benioff and Weiss to rush the ending of Game of Thrones. And that's why we got season 8. And now they got into Lucasfilm. They see what type of creative disaster it is. They see what a terrible leader Kathleen Kennedy is. Kathleen Kennedy has had problem after problem after problem with directors from behind the scenes. And they quit. They quit a few hours after the Mandalorian trailer dropped. Now, that could be strategic on Disney's part to release it then, but I would have to imagine that this is not what they wanted. This can't be strategic on their end. It can't be. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. We'll see. But they were Trevorrowed. That's it. I mean, look, they could have been fired, but I mean, they didn't give Colin Trevorrow the opportunity to say he was fired. They just fired him and publicly announced that he was fired. So I don't know. I really don't. Where are we at? Trying to catch up here. Okay, RIP Bag says, breaking news, Kathleen Kennedy is going to direct the next trilogy herself with an all-female cast, says RIP Bag. That is great. I wish that would happen. Larry says, make Star Wars great again with Geeks and Gamers emojis. I love that. Thank you so much. That guy with the reactions. Oh, crap. I hope Ruin Johnson doesn't get it. I hope he does. I truly, man, at this point, I'm just cheering for the worst from Star Wars because they've proven to be completely out of touch with reality. They really have. There is no leadership at Lucasfilm at all. Chris Bravado says, wonder how much shade will come from Kathleen Kennedy biography in 3 or 4 years. Chapter 1, my super awesome female is forced. Thank you, Bob and George. Love you, Ryan and JJ. Yeah, I can see that happening right there. Comic Ozzy says, I want my George Lucas Midichlorians Wills trilogy back. Real Star Wars. Who's with me? I think everybody's going to be with you, Comic Ozzy. Again, whether you like the prequels or not, and I'm a prequel defender, I think we all have to understand that George Lucas has been completely railroaded by so many. And, I mean, this dude just doesn't deserve it, man. Like, let me show you something if I can pull it up on Google. I don't know if I can find it. It's kind of like an old meme. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So this is what I love right here. If I can pull this image up. So this is now you're not going to be able to read most of this, and I completely understand that. You're going to be able to read the bottom part, which is the most important part. And this speaks volumes, okay? This speaks volumes about how George Lucas has been done so wrong, okay? Look at this right here, okay? I'll read it for you. Well, let me see if I can blow this up some. Okay. Okay, so this says George Lucas. Whoops. All right, well, there you go. George Lucas created these companies. He created Industrial Light and Magic, Skywalker Sound, LucasArts, Pixar, THX. Then you go down the list of everything that he has had his hands in, all of the movies that has been involved in, all of the properties that he's created. And then we get down to this part right here. And pledged to give half of his fortune, away, donated $175 million to universities, donated $1 million to the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, started Utopia, a foundation that focuses on innovation in the school system. Now, here's the part that's beautiful, okay? But fuck that guy. I didn't like his later stuff too much. That's pretty much how George Lucas has been treated. All of this that this man has had his hand in, but fuck that guy, because I didn't like a few of his movies. Like, this is what these people are fucking stupid, man. You know? Like, these people are idiots. Like, how can you look at this man's resume and have anything other than respect for him? How can you look at this man's resume? How can you look at this great man's resume and then look at what he did with the money that was given to him and then end it by going, oh, but fuck that guy because I didn't like the prequels? Fuck you. Fuck you. Straight up your place. I'm not even going to say it because I'm trying to be PG-13. So I'm just going to limit it to fuck you, okay? But yeah, man, I'm just like, it's unbelievable, man. George Lucas is amazing. George Lucas deserves all. If you just Google George Lucas, fuck that guy, you will find this pic. George Lucas, fuck that guy. And you'll find this image on Google search. But yeah, man. So, I mean, that's where we're at with it, man. Like, you can create the greatest thing ever. And you can be the most influential man in the history of Hollywood, and people are still going to find a reason to hate you. That's why I say, speak your mind, do not be afraid, and understand that you're always going to have miserable betas that are going to go after you. Always. Just continue to be yourself and do not let them determine what you say, what you do, and how you do it. Because they're always going to be out there. If George Lucas can do everything that this man has done and create and still face the criticism and the betrayal he faces, then you're going to face it. I'm going to face it. We're all going to face it. You know, it's unbelievable. It's incredible. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. So we're caught up on Super Chats. If you were in charge of the sequel trilogy, what would you do? Okay, we got to preface this. Am I in charge of it right now? Or was I in charge of it in 2012 when Disney bought Lucasfilm? If I'm in charge of it right now, or if I'm in charge of it in 2012, so I'll answer it both ways. Seriously, Jeremy, Titanfall 2 in the back? Bro, you got a problem with Titanfall 2? You got a problem with Titanfall 2? Titanfall 2, you want to know what Titanfall 2 is? I'm going to drop it in the chat. Okay, you want to know what Titanfall 2 is? Do you want to know? I'm about to show you what Titanfall 2 is, okay? Here's what Titanfall 2 is. I'm going to drop it in the chat, okay? You ready? Are you ready? Here's what Titanfall 2 is right here. Boom. GOAT. GOAT. G-O-A-T. GOAT. Titanfall 2 is the GOAT online FPS first-person shooter. GOAT. That's what's up. Swig of berry juice to Respawn for creating Titanfall and Titanfall 2, because Titanfall 2 is the GOAT. GOAT. Hashtag GOAT. All right. The fuck was I even talking about? I don't even know what I was talking about. You guys get me sidetracked. I was about to talk about something. I don't remember now. Ryan is the Green Lantern in 90. What about Half-Life 2? Okay, now if you're talking about a campaign, and Titanfall 2 has a great campaign. I love the multiplayer. Half-Life 2 is the greatest campaign first-person shooter I've ever played. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Oh, okay, how do I do the trilogy? Okay, my bad. All right, let's round this back in. All right. There's two ways you got to answer this. Let's place me in 2012 when Disney bought Lucasfilm. How do I do the trilogy? I do what anybody that's not a crazy SJW would do. So don't give me credit for this decision, okay? Absolutely do not give me credit for this decision, okay? What I do is I call George Lucas and I say, what do I do? How do I carry out this? How do I carry on the trilogy or the saga that you created? How do I do this? He's going to give me the sequel trilogy outline. That's what he's going to do. Now, at that point in time, I'm going to call someone like a J.J. Abrams. Yes, because I think J.J. Abrams is a very competent director in terms of execution and getting the most out of his actors and things like that. So I would love for J.J. Abrams to execute George Lucas's story. J.J. has no hand in the story. Obviously, the script is fine, but the story, nobody touches the story. George handles the story because George Lucas is the greatest story man of all time. I would even, what's the guy's name that did, he did X-Men First Class. Who's the guy that did X-Men First Class? I'm trying to remember. X-Men First Class. What's his name? I'm waiting. He also did Kingsman. Matthew Vaughn. Yes, I love Matthew Vaughn. I think Matthew Vaughn would be a great choice. Matthew Vaughn, with some of the things that he's done, would be a great choice to execute George's story. What you have to do is you have to take George's story, and George can't direct. I love you, George. George, you're the man. You're the king. All hail King George Lucas, but you're not directing this sequel trilogy, George. I love you. You're not doing it. You're not doing it, George. I own it now. I'm in charge of this, and I love you, and you're always going to be here, George, but you ain't directing shit, all right? Because as much as I love the prequels. Anyway, so George ain't directing. So I find a competent director like a J.J. Abrams, like a Matthew Vaughn or something like that. Don't bring Christopher Nolan to me. Christopher Nolan's the GOAT. I love Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan would have no interest in directing someone else's story. It would not work. And Christopher Nolan's story doesn't, like his style doesn't work for Star Wars in my opinion anyway. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so there you go. Now, if you're telling me I'm here now and I have to take over this disaster that Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger and J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson have created, fuck. Okay, so Disney has already decanonized the EU, right? So we have a precedent. We have a precedent set that we can decanonize things that don't work for our vision, right? Okay, so I'm working within the rules that have been created, and I'm working within the standards that have been created before me. So I'm walking into this disaster right now, okay? Let's say I'm taking over right this second. Disney calls me up, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, you're in charge of Lucasfilm. Whatever you do, you have full creative control, all right? Well, you've set a precedent because you got rid of the EU. You decanonized the EU, right? Okay, we got a precedent. We got a standard. I am getting rid of Disney Star Wars. Now, as someone that likes Rebels a lot, and I know Ryan's going to cry because I said I like Rebels. Deal with it, Ryan. Take some more creatine or whatever the fuck you people do, okay? I liked Rebels, but Rebels is gone. Force Awakens, gone. Rogue One, gone. Last Jedi, gone. Rise of Skywalker, gone. Rey doesn't exist. It's all decanonized. All of Disney Star Wars is gone. All the books, all the young adult novel bullshit, Galaxy's, whatever that fucking animated thing was they put on YouTube, done. If it happened under Disney's banner, it is done. We go back to pre-Disney Star Wars. And then I would have to have some discussions because we've got a problem because, unfortunately, Carrie Fisher is no longer with us. So I would get some of the best minds in the business, you know, and in terms of like the EU, you know, and I would call George. I would ask George to get me the best 5 or 10 guys in terms of the EU that he knows, and let's all sit down and talk about the future of Star Wars. That's what I would do. There you go. Because that's what a leader does. Unlike Kathleen Kennedy, that's what a leader does. A leader leans on more educated people that know the source material and know the business better. Kathleen Kennedy isn't interested in doing that. And as a matter of fact, you guys want to see something? Let me show you something right now. Let me show you something right now. Let me show you something. I need my headphones. Need my headphones. These are Bluetooth, so before you start complaining, these are my Bluetooth headphones for my phone calls. So don't yell at me, okay? All right, let's see here. Okay, now, you probably have all seen this, but we're going to watch it again because I think it's a good opportunity to watch this again. Okay, let's watch Kathleen Kennedy lie straight to George Lucas's face, shall we? And look at George. George already knows it. Look at George. He's already regretted it. He's already signed the contract. George knows he's screwed up. He knows it's over. It's over. He already knows. Look at that. Look at this poor man's face. This poor man realizes that it is over. He realizes that he has screwed up. Okay, you ready? I need to see ready in the chat. Are you ready? Let me know. Let me know. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Poor George. Poor George.
True, I'm not going to do it anymore. But that doesn't mean I'm unwilling to turn it over to Kathy to do more. I have story treatments of 7, 8, and 9 and a bunch of other movies, and obviously we have hundreds of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine. So, you know, I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and you know, I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies. I'm doing this so that the films great movies. I'm doing
Evil. Like she knows she's lying to her friend. She knows it. Look at her.
Doing this so that the films will have a longer life, and so that more fans and people can enjoy them into the future. It's a very big universe I've created, and there's a lot of stories that are sitting in there.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
I just said.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
I just said that I would back her up, and I would be there if you know, and especially helping with the script and making sure the script sort of, there's a lot of blank spots in the story treatment that hopefully we can fill in. And
I think the incredible thing about George is, you know, this is not like a series of books like Harry Potter where you've already got a
this woman can't tell the truth. She can't tell the truth about anything. What a liar. What a snake. What a snake.
Template of what the stories might be. These are original stories and original ideas that come out of a world that essentially is in George's head. So the beauty of the collaboration that can continue is as we work our way through these scripts, if we're sitting and saying, you know, I wonder if this character can do that, or does this make sense within the rules of Star Wars? It really, he's the keeper of the flame when it comes to that.
It's the same thing with the first 3 films. That's all my job is to be the keeper of the flame. Well, it's based on human behavior, human psychology, mythology, which is the.
It's just too depressing. I don't even want to watch it anymore. It's just too depressing. It's too damn depressing, dude. It's just what a horrible person she is, Like, what a terrible person. The most important thing is Sad, man. Very, very sad. But that's where we is, unfortunately. It's why you got to protect yourself. George Lucas. You know what? Let me pull. This is kind of like this right here. Let me find it. This right here, okay? George Lucas created Star Wars. George Lucas created the greatest IP in the history of the movie business. George Lucas is a billionaire. George Lucas changed entertainment. He changed the world. And he couldn't even trust someone that claimed they were his friend. This is a lesson, all right? You got to be careful. You got to be careful, all right? And I'm not saying take what I'm about to show you literally. Take it figuratively, because there are people that you can trust. There are, okay? But there aren't many. And I'm just saying be careful. But this brings up an old saying from someone that you all should know, love, and respect, and that is Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he had a T-shirt right there. DTA. Don't trust anybody. DTA. Boom. Stone Cold Steve Austin, DTA. Look what happened. Look what happened to George Lucas. Like, it's unreal, man. It really is. It really is. But that's where we're at. That's where we're at. It's tough. It's tough. Nemesis 86. Disney Star Wars had every opportunity to be bigger and better than the MCU, but now it will forever be relegated to second place and maybe even third if DC keeps giving us movies like The Joker. That's a very well said, because The Joker is fantastic. The Joker is amazing. And it needs to be, Joker's awesome. It's a masterpiece. So thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate that. Jeffrey Turner, don't you know if you noticed a friend request on PSN? I got a ton of friend requests on PSN, so I'll see if I can find it. George B.D. Lucas, yes, he is the greatest. Yes, George Lucas is the greatest. Mr. Scary Pasta, what did you think of Terminator Woke Fate? I haven't seen it. I probably won't see it. I have no desire whatsoever. Max Santiago, Jay, I have an idea. How about on episode 9 opening day, we do a hashtag real Star Wars love on social media. Everyone take pictures with friends and family at home watching the OT or the PT or reading EU stuff. That's a great idea. My team and I might have that discussion. That's a great idea. I'm sure Ryan will be all for the EU stuff. I would personally, I would pick the prequel trilogy, but anything. If you watch the prequel trilogy, watch the original trilogy, read the EU. I think that's a home run. Or play some of the old school video games from LucasArts. Tony Miller, alternative. It could be that D&D submitted their story treatment, characters, arcs for the trilogy, and Disney rejected it. D&D might be saving face. That's a good point. But I'll have to look at it from a standpoint that we've seen problem after problem after problem after problem after problem with Lucasfilm and Disney in terms of handling directors and creative minds within Lucasfilm. You know what I mean? So that's the way I'm going to have to look at it, because there's a template there. And just to be honest, Lucasfilm deserves no benefit of the doubt at all. And they're not getting any from me. But I appreciate your perspective. Nemesis 86, I don't see why Rebels would have to be decanonized. Because it's kind of like collateral damage for me. I love Rebels. And honestly, season 2 finale is one of my favorite moments of all time in Star Wars. I absolutely love it so much. But if I'm running Lucasfilm, I can have Dave Filoni recreate that exact moment with better characters than the Ghost Crew, which I found to be really underwhelming. So if I'm in charge and I can act Disney Star Wars, we can still recreate that entire moment without the lightsaber helicopters, for crying out loud. That shit ain't getting approved. Dave Filoni brings that shit to my table. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Helicopter lightsabers? The shit is this, Dave? The fuck you smoking, bro? Hell no. Like I would cuss Dave Filoni out if I'm in charge. Helicopter lightsabers. Get that shit out of my face. The hell is that? You know? Yeah, but I could totally have that moment with season 2 recreated. Let me see. Where am I at? Chris Pavato says, how much fault should go to George for hiring Kathleen Kennedy? I mean, again, man, she clearly betrayed him. It's hard to sit there and put blame on someone that created so much and built so many relationships and built so many careers and so many properties. Like, I can't blame George for Kathleen Kennedy betraying him. I can't do that, you know? I mean, I don't know the details either, but on face value, I can't blame George because somebody betrayed him. I just think that's unfair to him. Now, maybe there's more details, you know what I mean? But I can't answer that, you know what I mean? But I see your point. David Hervey, it makes me even more sad knowing what Bob Iger was planning to do. They played George Lucas. They absolutely played George Lucas. 100% played him. No doubt about it. Tony Miller, no argument Kennedy is incompetent, but honestly, D&D are incompetent also. That's possible. I mean, again, that is possible. What we have to say, though, is regardless of your opinion of Game of Thrones Season 8, and maybe even Season 7, and maybe even Season 6, they gave us 5 seasons of fantastic television and storytelling. And yes, that was right under the watchful eye of George R.R. Martin's stories. But they can execute a damn story, bro. They can definitely execute a story. My goodness. And they maybe need someone else's template, but they damn sure did a fantastic job at it, you know? So let me see. I'm trying to just read the regular chat.
Jeremy doesn't read the regular chat. He only cares about super chats.
That's what some people say. Jeremy only cares about super chats. He doesn't care about, or he only care about the regular comments. I read the regular comments the entire fucking stream, you pork wallet. You stupid, slimy pork wallets. Hambone says, what's up, Jeremy? What's up, Hambone? Traveling Writer says, cancel Jeremy. I agree. Hashtag cancel Jeremy. Pork wallet waffles. Jeremy doesn't read my emails. Says, I gotta highlight that one. All right, that's good. That's good. You know that's good. Like, that's good right there. I don't know. It's a gift. It's a gift. I try not to, but it just happens. You know, it just happens. Mary saying hello to Kelly is awesome because Mary is awesome. Kelly is awesome. And you're all awesome. So it's great to see all of you here. Let me see. The Phantom Menace says, ever talk to any Phantom Menace YouTubers about voting on the Phantom Menace Canon stream? Can I host that stream? I desperately want to watch. I definitely want that watch time up. Yeah, I haven't really talked to anybody about that. I mean, just here in passing, I have, but nothing major. But I definitely love that idea. But right now, we just have so much nonsense coming out of Lucasfilm and Disney. You know, it's just great. it's just great because they're so stupid. They're so very, very stupid. Ryan disproves everything. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I want to hear George Lucas to Kathleen Kennedy. You're fired. Sir Jeremy, you are a fine fellow. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's nice to get some compliments in the sea of hate that I face on a consistent basis. It hurts. It really hurts. Okay, does anybody need an update? Does anybody need an update? Do you want me to update the story? I know you guys are having fun in this chat. I don't know what's been going on this chat, but you guys have been having fun. So have fun. Have fun. Do we need an update? Do you want an update? Holy shit, that's a lot of people that want an update. Okay. All right, you want an update? We'll get an update. Here we go. Oh, shit. All right, there we go. Is this the same story? Why does it look like that now? That's weird. All right, update time. Update time. Here we go. Star Wars shocker. Game of Thrones duo quits planned trilogy. Boom. The pair were set to produce the 2022 film, the first to come after this year's Rise of Skywalker. Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss have exited their planned Star Wars series over 18 months after Disney and Lucasfilm first announced they were joining. Now this is my favorite part right here. We love Star Wars. When George Lucas built it, he built us. Benioff and Weiss said in a statement, getting to talk about Star Wars with him and the current Star Wars team was the thrill of a lifetime, and we were always indebted to the saga that changed everything. But there are only so many hours in the day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and our Netflix project, so we are regretfully stepping away. I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. They quit a Star Wars trilogy, not a movie. We talking about practice, not a movie. Not a movie. A trilogy. We talking about a trilogy. Not a game. Not a game. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Yeah. Like what? I mean, this is insanity. This is unprecedented. They quit a trilogy. Not a game. Not a movie. Not a movie. Not a game. Not a movie. We talking about practice. We talking about a trilogy. This is insanity. How do you quit a Star Wars trilogy? How? Yes, that's almost 10 years of guaranteed work. Star Wars, not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Please cap this. This is going to be the new Allen Iverson, okay? This is going to be the new Allen Iverson. We talking about practice. Not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. We talking about a trilogy. We talking about a Star Wars trilogy. Not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. They quit a trilogy. Not a movie. Not a movie. If you understand this, you are loving me. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you think I am off my rocker. And that is the fantastic part about this. If you know the Allen Iverson meme, you are like, Jeremy is a fucking genius. And if you don't know the Allen Iverson thing, you're like, what is this fucking guy talking about? What is he on? What is this dude talking about? We're talking about a trilogy, not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Swig of berry juice for the people that get it. All right. Oh my God. So good. Oh man. So good. Oh, I fucking love all of you. I really do. I'm crying right now. I'm laughing so hard. So, we're talking about a trilogy, not a movie. Not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. Jeremy Iverson. Can we get a Jeremy Iverson Twitter account? Can we get a Jeremy Iverson Twitter account? At this point, I don't even care. We're going to lose viewers. People are like, what is this guy talking about? He's stupid. He's just being an idiot. This fake news. People are like, it's fake news. What is Jeremy doing? It's clickbait. Jeremy clickbaited us again. Jeremy clickbaited us again. Jeremy Iverson. Not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. I want to pull this up so people think I'm not making this up right now. Tyler Norton. You guys keep telling me about this Tyler Norton dude in my comments. I don't know who this person is. I guess I keep missing him. Apparently this Tyler Norton dude is like one of my number one haters. And I'm sorry for mentioning his name because it's probably this is probably me mentioning this dude's name apparently because they say he hates me so much in my comments. This is probably the hardest his penis has gotten since he saw Kathleen Kennedy in that Forces Female shirt by just me mentioning his name. That's probably what's going on right now. So I probably shouldn't have said his name because now he's just like, boing. Tyler was just like sitting around and I said his name. He's like, bing. Straight up, man. So, all right. I got to read some super chats. All right. I got to read some super chats. All right. Where are we at? Art Vandalay. Gonna save my money and skip the new Star Wars because that's how we're going to win. Not fighting what we hate, but saving what we love. Nice. Well said. Fandom Minute says, update. The Rookie Critic. To get the taste of Brie Larson out of my mouth, releasing a Jessica Alba video on Friday, followed by Spartacus versus 300 video next week. Hashtag Pixel Ryan. I gotta say, the Rookie Critic, that's the best medicine for Brie Larson. And I think we're going to make this the official stance of Geeks and Gamers. If you see a picture of Brie Larson and it really upsets you and it makes you think like I can never be attracted to another woman again just because the sight of Brie Larson does that to you, Google an image of Jessica Alba. All of your problems will go away. You're welcome. Geeks and Gamers here to help you through those tough times. Nemesis 86, I haven't really seen any other sectors of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, etc. fall apart from SJWs and woke storytelling yet. Am I missing something, Jeremy? Well, you have, actually. Pixar, I think we can all agree that Pixar is not what it used to be, right? Pixar is not what it used to be. And why is it not? Because John Lasseter is no longer there. Why is John Lasseter not there? Because of the Me Too movement, because he was fired for hugs. He was fired for fucking hugs. John Lasseter, the man that gave us Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, all of these amazing animated films. The dude was fired for hugs. That's why. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so we have seen that. Now, with Marvel, we are seeing Marvel dip their toes into that. And I'm worried about the direct dude. Like Marvel did the all-female scene in the Avengers, the A-Force. They've got the whole Brie Larson thing, Thor: Love and Thunder. They've made Fat Thor. They've moved on from all of their great male characters, and they're trying to push all of this nonsense now. So Marvel is fully moving into the SJW phase. Absolutely. So it is happening. It's just that Lucasfilm has fallen apart so quickly. So that's why. Jeremy, do you prefer DC or Marvel? Overall, I prefer DC, but I prefer the MCU to the DCEU. But I don't love the MCU. I like it a lot, and there's some movies that I love, but overall, the sum of all the part, like it's just there's certain things in the MCU that bother me, but overall, I respect the MCU. But Batman and Superman are my favorite characters. Right there. See? Super dad saves the day because I'm a dad. Let me see. Where are we at? Larry, Lucasfilm should get Trump to come in and say to Kathleen Kennedy, "You're fired. Make Star Wars great again. D&D ain't afraid. D&D afraid of a trilogy." That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Let's see here. Crap. I'm trying to see what's going on here. Okay. That was great, though. Yes, I would love to see that. Lucasfilm should get Trump to come in and say to Kathleen Kennedy, "You're fired. Make Star Wars great again. D&D afraid of a trilogy." I love it. Lady Mist, been watching your channel for some time now. Always enjoy your videos and streams. You are one of the best of the best. Stay strong. Keep moving forward. Thank you. Thank you for that. I sincerely appreciate that. I want to read that one more time. Lady Mist says, been watching your channel for some time now. Always enjoy your videos and streams. You are one of the best of the best. Stay strong and keep moving forward. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot. It really does. I know sarcasm. I'm all sarcasm and stuff like that, but you know, let me see. Yeah, that was great. That was great. I really appreciate that. The Rookie Critic, halfway through Season 4 of Game of Thrones for the first time, watching after the fall of Season 8 to see how it led there. Loving it so far. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, my friend, just enjoy it while you can because it's all going to fall apart in a few seasons. Eric Nelson, how bad is Woke Fate going to flop due to it being trash? I think it's going to be awful. I really do. I think it's going to be absolutely terrible. So we'll see. This chat is a mess, and I love it. There is so much nonsense going on in this chat. I can't keep up with what you guys are talking about, and I love it. I think it's great. I pulled my desk in a little bit further if you guys haven't noticed. So we're a little bit closer in so you can kind of see what's going on the TVs, see my game systems and stuff. I pulled it in a little bit. Yes, I am excited for Jedi Fallen Order Spidey 24. I'm a big fan of Respawn. Respawn is awesome. I love Titanfall, which is playing in the background right now. I loved Titanfall 1. I love Titanfall 2. I love the campaign on Titanfall 2. And Jedi Fallen Order looks really good. So I'm looking forward to it. Hashtag release the Pixel Ryan. Jeremy is too close to us. Yeah, so Dark Fate, I do think Dark Fate is going to, I do think it's going to probably perform really bad. I really do. We'll see, but I think it's going to perform pretty bad. Daddy Waffle Iverson, not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. You animals make the chat funny, though. You rule. It is pretty crazy here tonight. It is pretty crazy. Jeremy, when you get that floor rug, I'm looking for a floor rug so I want to put a Death Star floor rug right here. Okay, I want to put a Death Star floor rug right here. So if anybody knows where I can get one, let me know. Okay, Death Star floor rug. That's what I want. So if you can find one for me that's gonna take up this entire area, let's make it happen. Let me know. Let me see. Oh my God, you guys are freaking talking about my sandals now? Yeah, I got my Fila sandals. Hey, did you guys see my smashed toe? Did you guys see my smash? Do you want to see my smashed toe? Do you know what happens when you're the retail working man? Huh? Do you want to see my smashed toe? So, okay. If you know what a pallet jack is, do you know what a pallet jack is? All right, because this is what happens when you're a working man, okay? This is what happens when you're a working man, okay? Pallet jack. You know what a pallet jack is? Okay, so I was pulling a big pallet of Pepsis a long time ago, okay? Long time ago. And when you're pulling, because you can't push that big of a pallet, you've got to pull, okay? You got to pull that pallet. So when you pull, you're leaning back, okay? I'm leaning back and boom, it crushed my toe. It crushed my big toe. Absolutely crushed it. I mean, it was so bad. It was so bad. And if there wasn't hot girls working there, I would have cried like a bitch. but there were hot girls working there, and I could not cry like a bitch as much as I wanted to. Oh, I wanted to so bad. It hurt like a mofo, okay? So I, being the team player that I was like, I'm not calling the doctor. I'm going to man up and I'm going to handle it. I'm going to man up and handle it. Because at the time they had like this, we had this thing where I like so many days without an accident bullshit and we get a bonus or whatever. So I didn't want to report an accident and mess that up. So I, being the genius that I was, I didn't go to the doctor. Okay? Bloody as fuck, toes bleeding like hell. It was nasty. Okay? It was nasty. So anyway, I just manned through it. All right? So I go home. My toenail fell off. It was bad. It was blue. It blue as a shirt. And then so eventually it starts healing, but the problem is the toenail keeps growing back ingrown every time because it's all jacked up. So I have to rip my toenail off every maybe couple of months. Grown man, retail working man. The moral of the story is fuck them. If you hurt yourself at work, go to the doctor and get that shit taken care of, or else you're going to be dealing with what I'm dealing with. All right? There you go. Jeremy here to help the working man. Okay? Boom. Can we get a RIP for Jeremy's toe? RIP Jeremy Toe. RIP Jeremy Toe. But anyway, when you're not a little bitch that writes lies and articles about other people that are more successful than you, these are the type of things that happen to the working people out there. Smashing our toe for being the working man. That's what we do. All you little bitches that have been writing articles about me and all those lies, you don't have any of them stories, do you? No. So go drink your latte and shut the fuck up. All right, where are we at? Maximus Tamarius says, love your content. I heard about your channel from the Major League video Defending the Last Jedi. It was featured on Mahler's podcast on EFAP. Thank you. Mahler is a great friend. Major Lee is I don't even know what Major Lee is, dude. Like that video he made, like review of the Fandom Menace. Here's the deal. Let me pull this stupid shit up. All right. Let me pull this stupid shit up. All right. This video right here. Okay. This video. It's called Review of the Fandom Menace. Okay. This video right here from Major Lee, Review of the Fandom Menace. Warning, this video presentation contains cold, hard truths that might change the way you think. He lies about everything with the Fandom Menace. Like nothing he says is true. Nothing. It's all lies. Like he includes people that aren't in the Fandom Menace. You know what I mean? Like he includes people that aren't in the Fandom Menace. The motherfucker doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I mean, completely stupid. I don't know how you can be this dumb, but when he's talking, he sounds like he's taking a poop the whole time. He's like, yeah, so the Fandom Menace, matter of fact, let me find the part. Where's the part where he's talking about me? Is this the part where he's talking about me? I got to turn the sound on. So screen share, screen. Is this going to audio? There's one scene where he gets mad at me because I threw my toys. I don't remember where it's at. Why is Robert Storms in here? Robert Storms is not Fandom Menace? What's wrong with this dude, man? Give me a minute. I'm looking for it, damn it. I know I'm making you guys wait way too long, and I'm sorry. Maybe I can't find it. Maybe I won't be able to find it. We'll see.
Rian Johnson.
There
You
I
fire
am.
This man publicly, and then you get a restraining order against him with Star Wars. Do not let this man near anything Star Wars related.
Let's be honest for a minute here. Rian Johnson is a fucking saint and savior of Star Wars. Bottom fucking line.
I just have one goal, which is to make the most powerful Star Wars movie I possibly can.
This is a guy who gets harassed every day, every hour, every minute. He literally can't open his mouth without strangers attacking him over The Last Jedi, enduring constant harassment from Star Wars.
Here it is.
Every fabric of
Here it
Star
is.
Wars fandom, and I'm even talking about the general movie-going audience. The people that just are looking for a fun night out with the family, even those people have been affected by The Last Jedi.
Oh, we just wanted to have a nice night out with the family, and instead we got this trash.
I don't care. I don't care.
Uh-oh.
I don't care.
Oh, no. Wait, Jeremy, don't do anything drastic.
Characters anymore. I don't care.
Oh, thank God.
Characters, I bought them up.
I used to play with these, and now...
Give
Oh, don't throw your toys. Those are cool.
These characters are as generic as the Transformers. These characters went from characters I cared about in one movie, and now they've turned into Michael Bay's Transformers.
No. These are Michael Bay Transformers.
Now, as for the film, they did mess up.
Anyway, that's our buddy Major Lee. So, anyway, I'm about to wrap this up soon, guys. I wasn't planning on going. This has been a fun stream. It's been all over the place. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. My name is Jeremy. I'm the owner and creator of Geeks and Gamers. I appreciate that. Okay, let's read a few more super chats. Shellback TJC, Jasper Voorhees here. Shellback's accounts are mine. He told me that he was waiting for a phone call from you. God damn, I still haven't done that phone call. The things people say to delay a little nip and tuck from a Voorhees, so funny. You got me on that one. I know. I got to call you, and I will. Fixie Clary, accept the word of one who has worked in the manufacturing industry for 20 years. Get steel-toed shoes. Yeah, man. I was a manager at the time when I ran over my toe. So I typically didn't do this stuff, but we were busy, and yeah, I mean, that was something I learned later in life, unfortunately. Mary Mayhem, pick up those controllers, Jeremy. You're making my room look messy. Tisk tisk. I was playing some games earlier. I was playing Smash Bros earlier. Lethal Lightning, the Major Lee got me on G&G. Thanks, Major Lee. Major Lee did something right. George B.D. Lucas, Jeremy has enough time for his big toe, but not enough time for the High Council. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. One last update for people that might just be tuning in really quick. It is confirmed Benioff and Weiss are no longer with Lucasfilm. They have quit Lucasfilm. They have quit the trilogy. Not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Okay? Not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Okay? Not a movie. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Okay? So that's what I want to focus on. That we it's not a movie, okay? Do you guys want to know what this means? How many of you want to know what this means? Okay? Ryan, should I show him what it means? Should I show him what it means? Huh? Let me show him what it means. All right, let me show him what it means. All right? This is what I mean by that. All right? Here we go. Here we go. All right. Not a movie. Not a movie. Okay? We talking about a trilogy. Okay? Not a movie. I love this. Not a movie. Not a movie. Okay? We talking about practice.
Anybody tell you that I miss practice? If a coach say I miss practice and y'all hear it, then that's that. I mean, I might have missed one practice this year, but if somebody say he doesn't come to practice, it can be one practice.
One movie.
Out of all the practices this year.
One movie.
That's enough. If I can't practice, I can't practice, man. I'm hurt.
One movie.
I mean, simple as that. It ain't about that. I mean, it's not about that at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
not a movie.
It's easy to talk about. It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice.
We're talking about a movie.
Not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we're talking about practice. I know I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to lead by example. I know that. And I'm not shoving it aside, you know, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do.
Not a movie.
But we talking about practice.
Talking
man.
about
what are we talking about? Practice? We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice, man. When you come in the arena and you see me play, don't you? You see me give everything I got, right? But we talking about practice right now. We talking about practice. Man, look, I hear you. It's funny to me too. I mean, it's strange to me too. But we talking about practice, man. We're not even talking about the game, the actual game, when it matters. We're talking about practice. How the hell can I make my teammates better by practicing? Everybody tell you.
I love it. So, in closing, okay? Hang on, I got more super chats. Riff Mag goes, new merch t-shirt. Not a movie. We talking about a trilogy. Not a movie. Maximus Tamiris, you have to get not a movie. We talking about a trilogy on some of your Geeks and Gamers merch. Chris Stanley, we talking about a trilogy. Not a movie. Talking about a trilogy. All right, guys, so that's it. We're going to wrap this up. You've all been lovely as hell. Love all of you. I appreciate all of you. That is badass right there. That's an awesome meme. I'll have to share that on Twitter. But yeah, man, this has been great. Thank you for all the support. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And thank you all for your support. I appreciate it so very much. You have no idea how much I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. All the sarcasm, all the jokes, it's all part of just being here and having fun and just respecting all of you so very much. Thank you for everything. Have a great night, and we will talk to you later. And then there's a 5-second delay, and it kind of gets awkward.